Hi, hello again. This is part 2 to the video I made a few days ago called The Biggest Mistake We Make in Life. I talked about becoming more aware of what you are actually thinking, which is very often negative, and it is projecting out a reality or scenario or event that you don't actually want to experience. So the question that I am inviting you to always ask when you are putting out even with emotion, I will definitely not find a car park there. This is so full there in town, yeah? Or, oh, if I go to the shopping center at that time, there will be rush hour and I will be stuck in traffic, blah, blah, blah. Because this is talking, thinking, that is hindering you to have an easy, smooth, flowy life, right? And my question was that I was giving you in the other video, well, I'll let you watch it actually, it's better if you watch the whole thing to get the energy of it. And today I want to just go a little bit further and to go a little bit deeper. So, because we always have two choices. We have the choice to think those negative thoughts. And if we are already a little bit aware and we know that we have two selves, we've got the ego mind, the ego identification, and we have our higher self who is connected to our soul and to all that is in life, to the unity consciousness that we are connected with. That is making us as humanity a whole. Is like a one container, one unit. So what I do to someone else comes back to me because we are one, and if I inflict pain of some sort onto someone else, I will have to experience it in myself, on my own body, one day. Maybe not this lifetime, maybe another lifetime, but it will come back. So by becoming very, very aware again and again and again, that we are those two selves and that we have the choice between choosing the negative outcome that is usually based on some fear, fear of not getting there, fear of being stuck in the traffic, fear of not being loved, fear of being judged, fear of not being wanted, fear of being rejected. Or we can choose to hear those thoughts, become aware of them, and then lift yourself out of those kind of darkish clouds, yeah, and connect more with what you want, which will be more loving, more joyous, more expansive, more easy, with more freedom and yeah, happiness. So you have to make a conscious effort to rise up and think some better feeling thoughts. And those thoughts will then align you more with your true higher self. And that will align you with being one with life itself. Life, for me, is, if you like, God, or it's the life force energy, the pure one consciousness that we are all a part of. We are all connected to it, and we are it. It's flowing through us. If we didn't have it coming through us, we would not be alive. So life is life force energy. May the force be with you. I love that in Star Wars, because that is kind of wishing someone, more vitality, more life force running through you, which is always beneficial. And that life force energy is experienced in our body as joy, peace, stillness, calm, ease, love, joy, happiness. So the more we are choosing thoughts and feelings that are in alignment with love, peace, and joy, the more we are one, or the closer we are with life force energy. So if we are expressing those life enhancing energies and feelings, we are one. We are one with life. And when we are one with life, life can flow through us and use its mighty power to bring to us opportunities, events, scenarios, people, whatever life wants to bring you. But when we are coming from the fear-based thinking, from the negative way of thinking, we are actually unconsciously, usually, blocking life force energy. And that is the most important ingredient here to remember. Fear always blocks life force energy. And so do low vibrational emotions like guilt, shame, judgment, of course, anything that is malicious, all of those energies are blocking life force. But they are always based on fear. Basically, it all comes back to fear. Like guilt, if you look at guilt, it comes back to fear. It's a form of fear. Shame is a form of fear. Being not fearing other people's judgment and fearing not being good enough. So choose love no matter what. Live your life from love no matter what. When you are experiencing a fear of any sort, could be anything, become aware of it and feel it. You might feel it first as a blockage. You might want to achieve something and somehow you're not able to achieve that what you want to achieve. Maybe you want to do a new habit, or increase your income. You want to have more friends. Then first look inside. What is blocking that? And if you're really honest with yourself, you are going to find it. Oh, it's because I'm scared that people will judge me. That's why I don't have any more friends. Or if you're not making the money you want to make, then you're probably not backing your own abilities, like the abilities or talents that you need in your work, in your job. Or if you're self-employed, you might not love your work all that much. You might think it's not good enough, or it's not going to work, or people don't like it, or whatever it is. If there is a block of a flowing of ease and peace and joy and abundance, then there is fear in the way. Fear is the blocker always. So my intention here is to really highlight that, so you become more aware and you have that seed that I want to give you right now, that thought. Hang on a minute. Am I thinking from love now? And if not, just stop it there then, and kind of, direct your way of thinking anew. Take a deep breath and say, okay, stop that. Take a deep breath. How could I choose a different thoughts that make me feel positive, optimistic, loving, understanding, compassionate? When we do that, we choose consciously to live our life from love, which is the alignment with life itself. The more aligned we are with life, the more life is helping us. And ultimately, really, all we need to do, the more we're practicing this, we just need to thank life, praise life, appreciate life. And then we are giving back to life what it is giving to us. We need to receive it with all our heart, and we need to thank it and give back our good thoughts, our appreciation. And of course, help others around us to have a better life. And then nothing stands in our way. But every time when there is a block, and I've experienced a block in myself, it's always because we are blocking ourselves with a fear. And we need to find it, because it's something that we have created, and therefore we need to uncreate it. Nobody can do that for us. We have to take full responsibility for everything we have created. We can ask our soul to help us, to guide us, to make us more aware, to lend us the energies of courage, of truth, of insight, whatever we need. We can always ask for help. but we are ultimately the powerful being that we tend to like to forget about, who can save herself, himself. We are the directors of our lives. We are responsible for our lives. And the ego mind doesn't like any of that, and therefore it might not like this at all. If you are still very much identified with your ego mind, you won't like this. You'd rather want to be saved, and you want other people to save you because they should, might be your thinking. But if you want to feel empowered, the first step is to recognize your ego mind is perceiving itself as a separate unit. It's almost like being the drop in the water. It really, really wants to be one with the ocean because it wants the love of the infinite ocean, that is life itself. But because it believes it's separate and it made itself separate, it doesn't receive that love because of choice. So that's how strong our choosing is. And sometimes it just takes a sentence that we say with emotion, I will never get married again. Yeah, when you had a not very good marriage. And you might say, relationships are not for me. But that's all based on the past. It's not based on the truth. And it's also what your ego mind would say. But the ego mind wants to stop you from having more pain. But the pain was coming from fear-based thinking and from unresolved emotional pain. So take back your power. Be the responsible one you can be. You can absolutely face the fear. This is what is required, right? If you want to choose to live from love, you are required to look at the fear. So don't be afraid of the fear, and therefore you will never look at the fear. Step one, let go of being afraid of the fear and know that the fear is actually a shadow. It's an illusion of your true self. It doesn't really exist. It's just an illusion. It's a form that is there because of a lot of negative thoughts and thinking and manipulation. But if you really look very closely, it is invented, it's constructed. And when you can see that, and you can make yourself bigger than that fear, because you always are. The fear is actually a speck in comparison with the huge ocean that you are. And come back to your powerful love. And if you just step into this powerful love energy that you are, and you can call on your soul to help you, then the fear becomes so small and it shrinks down the more you're doing that. And that's how you take back your power over that fear. Never let fear stop you. Work with it. Become aware of it and tell yourself, I am stronger than this fear. I'm much bigger than this fear. And therefore I can conquer it. And so it is. You see, it's so important to choose to live from love instead of fear. Become your director of your life and step back into your power and decide what you want to have in your life. Oops, I hope this helped you. Give me a like if it did help you. Let me know if you've got any questions. You can either put them in the comments. I will also leave you my email address if you want to send me a question, or want to share something with you. I'd love to connect with you, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss any videos. Until next time, bye for now.